What output they need.
Valid point.
Exception handling.
Guys, tell me in some meaningful way, sentence format, what output you required.
Then users need.
So I will be a complete business person, dumb business person, not a intelligent business person. I'll be a dumb business person for you today. Okay.
Vajrang, this is in terms of API you're asking or in general process you're asking?
So I will remove API and I will tell you scrape data from Zolo website.
Okay.
Now is the data enough for you?
Volume of the data.
Nice.
What format?
Guys, don't think that whether this is valid question or not. Whatever you're thinking, right?
Yes, the next question will be from the data script. Is this a daily task you are doing something?
Means daily.
Yes, like bot, like if we are creating creating process, so it is you want for daily or
daily purpose or
yes.
like
monthly.
You can ask us what is the frequency of bot execution.
Yes.
Applications, logins.
Very good.
In which format?
Test data.
In what way they need the output? I mean, in what format or in what way?
Exceptions. Business exceptions. Business rule exceptions.
Process rules.
Business rules and
Okay. Yeah. Is the process repetitive or not?
Bajrang, how to portray that how many persons are included to do the task right now?
FTE, full-time employees.
Okay.
What is the current FTE count? What is the expected FTE count?
Okay.
Which workflow are you using? A framework or
Business doesn't know about RE framework. You should not ask that question.
Development infrastructure. Bajrang, is it a valid point adding development infrastructure?
Not at this time. You are just asking about inputs, right? That comes under infrastructure design.
Activities.
Why business will understand activities?
Rules.
What are the business rules?
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we have covered that. Okay. Exceptions. Yeah, I think Bajrang, that's all we need from the business, I think.
Why do they need automation? Okay, yeah.
Bajrang, we can ask like how many times a particular process is not process, particular task is repeating.
Okay. Now, take a pause. Can you just remember back the template that we have to which describes about all these questions? What is the template? What is the document?
PDD.
Exactly. So if you properly fill the PDD, will you get all these answers?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So PDD is important, and from there you will get the result. Okay. Scroll down, Shakti. Sorry, Mohammed. I'll give you. Wait. Don't scroll down. Don't scroll down. Can you see all the options, all the answers that I have written?
Yes.
Okay. Now this is like a match the following. You can take it as match the following, and match questions with the answers or answers with the questions. You can cut them and paste them below your question.
Yes.
Yeah, you add one point benefits of automation in the questions, Mohammed. Okay, that you can put it under manual process takes 30 minutes, and the benefits of the automation time taken will be.
All it over here, right?
Why
No.
reports?
You manual process takes 30 minutes, na?
Yes. Of human efforts.
No,
Okay.
multiple errors. Right. No, automating process takes 30 minutes of human effort. Multiple error. No, that will not come under this here. Manual process takes 30 minutes, but automation will not take that much time, na?
It's the benefits of automation you're talking.
So benefit is like time saving only, na?
Guys, will come from first year. What is the manual process flow? Okay, for this.
Yes.
That's a good idea.
What is the manual process flow?
This one, right?
Yeah.
Up to here, huh?
Adding data
Add
to
Excel
also.
Add
comes
Excel
under
also, it's a part of a manual process only, na?
Yes.
Yeah, take the complete one. Okay.
Next, why you want to automate the process?
Manual process takes 30 minutes.
What are all the data you required from this API?
You can also add automating this process. Automating process takes 30 minutes of human effort with multiple errors while extracting. That also you can keep.
Yeah.
Also, I said, not replace.
Okay.
Okay, got it. Okay, leave it. Got your point. Leave it. Just paste it and leave it. Leave it. Next question. Go to next question.
Yes. What are all the data you required from this API?
Extract daily 10 results from
Daily 10 records.
Daily 10 records.
Wrong way of understanding the question.
No, there is not that exact what exact data we want to extract.
Daily 10 records, huh?
That cannot be right.
No. There is no answer for that.
Okay, leave that. Go to next. Process time 30 minutes, right?
Manual.
Output will be in Excel.
It is also not, I think. It will be format of it comes under format of output.
It can be any format, right?
No, this is
Whatever
fine.
they
Output can be
needed.
Excel can be fine.
Daily 10 records.
Daily 10 records.
Frequency of bot execution.
Daily.
Okay. Daily 10 records.
Frequency
10 results.
You just need to mention what is the execution time, not record how many records. Daily is correct. No, frequency cannot come in 30 minutes, right? The frequency is how many times we will repeat this process. It's daily, that's it. Every 5 minutes or every 10 minutes or every day. That's the sequence.
Applications login.
Application login is not required, right?
Yes.
Team.
Test data, we need it, na?
Yeah.
Test data, you can already get it from the API. No manual process involves in a third-party application. This is just an API.
What is the question for this guy's answer?
Month.
Team?
Development time.
No, but cannot development time.
Is the answer. What is that question?
Solution
Sure.
design time. So solution design completes from the initial requirement or project time. You can talk from initial requirement till the deployment. Should be completed within a month.
There is an additional process.
And the develop, and we can also ask whether that how much time it will take for development.
That you need to tell.
Okay, okay, yes, we need to tell them.
Business already said that I need it within a month.
Okay, okay.
You need to give him a proper design of how much time for initialization, like how much time for requirement gathering, how much time for development, how much time for testing. How will you plan for it? You need to give it.
Okay.
You missed two answers from the top. Data to extract. Data to extract. I have updated Mohammed.
Yes, sir.
Not that.
Down Muhammad, data to extract.
This seems to be funny, right?
Actually,
Yeah, Muhammad, down there is output, no data to extract product, the quantity and all.
oh yes, yes.
Yes, that one.
This is format of output, right?
No, that's the format of
It's
input, and that's what we want.
Okay.
You already have a question for it.
what is the data required, Muhammad?
Okay. So, how many of you were ready when I asked you a question, extract data? How many of you were ready? Honestly tell, how many of you are ready to write the code immediately? Just raise the hand. Shakti. Only Shakti is genuine here. See, as a developer, we normally think that if there is any question, we thought of answering it with a code. Normally, that's not the situation. See, analyze any process before you start or before you work. Okay? And
Yes.
before doing that, if you don't know all these questions, see, all the questions came from you.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Did I ask any question within this?
No.
But I should give all the answers as a business user, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So you need to understand what is the process, why someone want to automate. You need not take a week for do that, but just a question will help you with the answer. Small questions. Okay, good.
Yes.
Good practice. Okay, how many of you were able to complete yesterday's task? What was the yesterday's task with respect to multibot? How many of you were able to do it?
I think we have already done me, Muhammad Raju.
Okay. What about others? Have you tried to implement the same? We have
You mean
only
in
30
our
more minutes.
local system?
Yeah, in your local system.
I tried, but I didn't. I couldn't save the data in Excel file.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay, watch the video that I have shared. That will help you because each and every point is discussed. How many of you which watched the videos of APIs that I have shared? Were you able to replicate the steps, or is
Yes.
there any gap in replicating the steps with respect to random user API?
Yes, Bajrang, we can replicate the video step.
Okay, great. So let's go back to orchestrator. Give me the access and share your orchestrator, please. Okay, let me give you a brief before going further. So if you are working on 2020 or 2021, the UI seems to be same. There is no much difference with respect to orchestrator. So on the left side, you can see home. Okay, if you are working on a production environment, you may not have access to actions, apps, process, integration service, automation apps. Only thing you will get is orchestrator. Directly you will be logged into orchestrator. Okay, here, see, there are multiple things. Earlier we used to have more classic folder, but from 2021 version there is no classic folder, only modern folders are available. All the folders are modern folders. The difference between classic folder and modern folder is if you're going into tenants and if you're going into folders, you can add subfolders for a modern folder. New folder. Okay, so this one shared, this one, see, add a subfolder. Okay, excuse me. But in modern, in classic folders, you don't have such option. You need to have, or you can create only one folder, and in that one folder, you will have all the options. Why do we need to have the separate folders? Let's assume that we have an organization called Vajrang. Okay, let's take it as this new folder. Okay, tenant package field, create a new package field for this folder. Okay, this is tenant package field. Okay, now in this particular folder, I have multiple things. Training, IT department will have separate process, separate automation process. So HR department will have separate automation process. Accounts department will have separate automation process. So if you want to deploy or if you want to give access, can we give accounts, only accounts folder access to someone?
Yes.
And for HRs, can we give only HR access?
Yes.
So this is easiest way of representation, and by using classic folder, modern folders, you are able to do that. But without modern folders, just understand everything is single package, right? Everything comes under packages. So all the
Yes.
packages will come here. But if you just observe, if you are having a separate package, for example, this one, IT, let's see if we have any options. Edit. So use separate, okay, this is not coming in. So let's add one more subfolder. Okay, so this subfolder comes under, I think when we are creating main folder, only for that it will take. So let's create a main folder. Mohammed,
Yeah.
AHJMMAD. Sorry, I thought I should do it here. Yeah. So I cannot add it. Let's add one more folder. Sarita. So here we can see a separate, create a new package feed for this folder. So when we are deploying, the packages can be of a separate feed. You see folders, Sarita. So here separately, Sarita, when we are updating or when you are pushing code from here, okay, let's see with the folders that we have. Okay, refresh. IT. So see here, Sarita. So when you try to publish this, publish options, what are you seeing here?
Orchestrator Sarita feed. It will feed into Sarita's folder, Vajran.
Correct. You can also change it to orchestrated tenant process feed. It will be a normal package.
Okay.
Publish. Okay. So I'm not going step by step or explaining each and everything, but I'm telling you what you cannot get it from anywhere else.
Bajrang, I have one query.
Tell
So
me.
we have published that package into Savita's folder, correct? So now, like another, if we go to yes, and the tenant level, so that particular package will be not available.
Is it available now?
No, 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 no.
Sarita, let's go to automation. Let's add a process and let's see. Week 3 dispatcher. So why do we have only this one? Why don't we have the remaining ones?
Because we have published particular package into this particular folder. That
So
is Savita.
others don't have access for this.
Yes.
Okay, so you are restricting all the authentication and authorization for this folder.
Okay.
Now, since you are an admin, you are able to take it or see it. View this page. But if you see here, we have folder packages.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay, but can others see this folder?
No.
So from where you
No,
need to
no.
give access, go to folders.
Folders.
Sarita, here you need to assign a group.
Yes.
Okay, Raju is already available, so we'll give access to Raju or Sarita. So Sarita, since Sarita is already available, let's give all the access to Sarita. So what roles do we need to give her?
Folder.
Folder administrator, personal workspace, everything we can give. But for a user, everything is not required. We can just give, instead of administrator, we can just give personal workspace administrator. So she can update or make changes only in her workspace if you give this access.
And what is mixed that is written in red color?
A robot will have the access to update and as well as to check the data, right? So if you are
Okay.
working on a robot, you need to access the folder as well as you need to monitor it or update it. You cannot just monitor. You also need to write back to orchestrator queues. Yesterday we wrote in the queues, output in the
Yes,
queues
yes,
as well, right?
yes,
So
yes, yes.
so you need to have more than admin permissions. Now, so did you understand folders here?
Yes.
Okay. Now on the left side there is actions, but what actions actually represent is you can create forms and you can provide authentication or you can provide some inputs and information. So information or interview questions will not come from this particular apps as well as actions. We'll have questions from process. So what are process? Everything that we created inside this orchestrator will be a process. You can see here, right, in the orchestrator you created process.
Yes.
So
Once
that
you publish, we need to come into processes.
not just publishing, once you create a process using add process.
Okay.
That you can see over there. Next. Monitoring. Here you can see how many times the bots executed and how many items were correct and how many. So there are 2 machines available and 2 machines are correct. And you can also see this is an attended automation, attended machine, and this is a production machine. Gauss machine is a production machine. Unattended process. Okay.
Yes. Vijay.
So what is this heartbeat?
I think that assistant will that send the heartbeat to
Correct. So
orchestrator.
every time it will just ping saying that okay, I'm available.
Yes.
So we'll just include the sub process as well. Let's go into process. Here you can see, so all these are dashboards. Okay. So API dispatcher, there are 0 running items. Faulted items are 2. Successful items are 8. Okay. So all these are queue names, right? Or process names.
Yes.
Whenever we execute, how many are successful, how many are failed. If you stop anything, it will come under stopped. Okay. Now this is
Yes.
so do you need to know everything about this? I would say no, but you need to have understanding that okay, we will use dashboards. If someone asks you in an interview, how will you find how many items you executed so far? You can go into the dashboards for a particular folder in monitoring section and you can see it. Okay. So here we have queues. Again, monitoring everything will be under dashboards only. So how many queues we have, API queue we have, a demo queue we have, multibot we have. How many items are remaining in the multibot?
36.
Yes. And how many are completed?
36.
Okay. So you will get here average handling time, few seconds, not available. So this is what you will get. NA is available because if there is no enough data, if there are 1000 records at least or few records, that it can retrieve the data, it will show what is the average handling time, AHT. So all these are dashboards. So just understand that using monitoring, you can get all the information. one question. Can you create your own dashboards? In Orchestrator, right now that's not possible, but we have an option called UiPath Analytics. In that, it is possible for you to create dashboards. That's not available, I guess, here. Let's see. UiPath department settings, tenant settings, process mining. You have data service. You have test manager. You have no, that's not available in free version. You can leave it. Okay. Now let's go back to Orchestrator. So everything we are discussing is only on Orchestrator. Just remember that. Okay. Now, what does settings contain? Settings contain how many members are having access. What are the machines that are already connected? If you want to connect it with unattended automation.
And Bajrang, could you please explain that standard and template type machine?
So standard machines are currently used for unattended automation. So
Okay.
if you want an unattended automation, you need to have standard machine. So templates are like, for example, see if I'm running an organization and I have 100 robots.
Okay.
Now, in the previous method, what I need to do is I need to go create because the service or the host name will be same for everything. Only the changes will be usernames, right?
Yes.
So if you are adding it as a template, that moment you add any machine to template, it will take all the items that are already available.
Okay.
Okay, it will just assign with the machine key. That's it. But in
Okay.
standard machine, what should happen? You need to go into each and every machine and you need to give API key for each and every machine.
Okay.
So that is the difference.
Yes.
You're creating a template first and you're assigning values to it or adding
Valid.
data to it. So once you have a template, you can add any number of robots for it, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now manage machines. If you want to add any machines, you can add it over here. Update. So see, the idea is whenever you log in from Studio or whenever you log in from robot, you will get a template created automatically. But Mohammed created a separate standard machine to run in a unattended mode. Is it right, Mohammed?
Yes, unattended, yeah.
So that's the reason he was able to see it as standard. Let's go back to home. So what do you see in home? Again, a quick dashboard of how many jobs are executing, how many jobs are successful, and how many jobs are faulted. If there are any current running jobs, you can see it over here. So this is home dashboard. But if you go into processes, you can have these. What are the process that you created? So what is the difference between package and a process?
When package is attached to a folder, then it becomes a process.
Not exactly. Package is just a code. It doesn't know when to execute. Okay, it's just a code that can be deployed anywhere. But in process, you need to also mention where it should execute. You're selecting a process and you also need to select next what are the package requirements. If there is any queue, is the queue available or not? Everything. And what is the display name of it, job priority, description, everything you need to mention it here. Okay, should the process start automatically? So this is the package under execution or that can be executed. Okay, you cannot run a package, you can run only a process.
But package can be reusable, Vajran. Process also.
Process for a process can
Process
be,
call.
yeah, you can use it. In fact, we can create a single process and we can use it as a dispatcher and we can use it as a performer.
Correct.
Okay, I'll tell you how. But see, jobs are process under execution with a robot. If you see here, this is a process that is being executed at some place. This is a job.
Yes.
Okay. So can you give me any live example where you can differentiate between process and jobs?
We can schedule jobs, right?
Okay. See, attending to this training program morning 8 to 9 is your daily process.
Yes.
That is your task basically. What are the steps? You need to turn on your machine, you need to open Teams, you need to log in. Okay, that's a
Yes.
process, basic process.
Okay. Okay.
Current today's execution is a job, is your job.
Yes.
Yesterday's execution is yesterday's job.
Correct.
Okay, so that is the difference, process and difference. The process will be same,
Mhm.
but when you execute, that becomes a job.
Correct. Okay.
Okay, so that's the difference. Now, can you check with the process if you want to monitor, or can you check with the jobs? We can check with jobs only, right? We will get to know
Yes.
if you attended today's session by today's meeting.
Yes. Correct.
So only that you can see with the jobs. Now, triggers. So there are two types of triggers. What are the two types of triggers?
Attended and unattended.
Time trigger and queue trigger.
No, time trigger and queue trigger.
Exactly. So
That are
here you can see, you can select any process and you can mention, like we said, right? This should be executed daily once. You can select its daily, every day at what time? Every day at 10 hours, at morning 10 hours, I can execute this. Okay. Now here you can also select when the bot should be stopped. Stop it or kill it. Stop job after how many days? So let's assume that you are waiting for a process and the process did not complete. So I will wait for 10 minutes. If the process didn't complete, I will send a stop method. For example, today's session, I let's assume that you joined in the meeting and you're waiting for me. Okay. If I send you a message stating that okay, I'm not taking today's session, then that's like a stop request for you, where you can stop your work. Is it right?
yes.
But if I don't stop or if I don't give an information, will you wait for continuous 1 hour? If you are a robot, don't think as a human.
Okay. Yeah, robot. Yes. Right.
Yes, it can wait. It will
Yes.
wait till
Yes.
it get a stop signal. So in the same way, we are sending a stop signal saying that okay, if the job is running even after 10 minutes, then send a stop signal. So even if it didn't stop, then send a kill signal. If it didn't
Okay.
stop for 30 minutes, then send a kill signal. So what is the difference between kill and stop?
Stop means after stipulated time, completion of time, it will stop. It
Okay.
will still
See,
in.
okay. So when you're clicking on when you're sending stop signal in RE framework, there is a option
Should stop.
called should stop activity.
Yes.
Yes,
So that will be true.
yes.
Okay, when it reaches for the next time, it will check for should stop activity and it will not continue execution further. But kill job will not check for all those things. It will just kill the job wherever the process might be.
Okay, irrespective of
irrespective of whether that is available or not. Okay, so keep or account or machine allocation on job. What this meant is, so if there are 10 robots, it can automatically assign, if it is a floating robot. There is a difference between floating robot and a standard robot. So if there are 5 machines and if there are only 2 licenses, and a license can be attached to any machine on the fly and it can run it. So we are asking it to keep the license with that particular machine even after the job, on job resumption. Leave this last topic or this point, but were you able to get the remaining things?
Yes, Prashant.
One last thing that I would like to highlight in here is cron expressions.
Cron expression.
Okay, so you can get all the cron expressions over here. UiPath cron expressions. See, everything is there in expression. Everything is there in documentation. So you need to get thorough with the documentation. So cron expressions says only few things. First, we need to mention. So this is a structure or this is a pattern. First, we need to mention seconds. Okay, minutes, hours, day of the month, day of the week, year. Let's assume we give this particular item. Okay, so if they ask you, do you know cron expressions? Yes, you can say that you know cron expressions. Okay, so explain cron expressions. So first, go with the least time. So what is the least time that we can take? Is it seconds?
yes,
So after
milliseconds. Yeah.
there are no milliseconds in here.
Okay,
Seconds,
okay, yeah.
seconds, minutes, hours, days, months, years. So for everything we have a star, and for days we will have question mark. So what this will give me? What this particular cron expression will give me? If you see here, this cron expression would trigger every second. If you have a star over here, so these are the while characters. In the selectors you have while characters, right?
Yes.
These are the
Yes.
while characters for cron expression. Star means every second. But if you keep 0, then what it will take?
Minute.
So we are mentioning that, okay, every minute at the 0th second, start this process. Okay. So if you want to edit and keep it only on the first day of the month. So this is seconds, right?
Yes.
This is minutes.
Yes.
This is hours.
Hours.
Okay.
Day.
So hours are from 1 to 24. Is it correct?
Yes.
So if I just mention 1 comma 22, what will this be?
Mhm.
What will this be?
First.
Every minute, it is running at every minute at 1 a.m. and 10 a.m., 10 p.m. 22 hours, right?
Yes. 22 instant. Okay.
22 hours every minute. The reason is because we have a star in the minutes section.
Yes. Yes.
This is star in minutes section, right? If we
Yes.
delete it and change it to 50. So now what will happen?
0 minutes.
Let's
For
update
every
that.
50 minutes
Yes.
between 1 to
It's not between 1 to 2. For every 50 minutes or the 50th minute, 0th second. So it will run at 150 and 1050.
50th minute. Okay.
0th second, 50th minute at 1 a.m. and 10 p.m. Okay. So do you need to write all these things in the interview? No, they will not ask you. But you can just remember that the format. Start with the list. What is the list?
The minutes. Sorry. Minutes.
Second,
Seconds is the
seconds,
list.
minutes,
Second.
Seconds. Minutes. Hours.
Day,
Day.
year,
Month and
year.
year.
Month and year.
Okay. Day, month, and year. Now, if I need to run this process only on Monday, instead of question mark, I can just write it as MY. Update. So invalid cron expression, it's taking months, right? So months will be something like
One.
day of the month, week of the month, Saturday and Sunday. Saturday to Sunday year. So this will be day of the month. 1 to 12 is what we have. And where is it? So 2 before year, Monday,
rain is coming.
sorry. Okay. So here day of the month we have 1 to 31, right? So let's update the 1 to 31. I can keep star over here. So this is 1. Let's see what it will give. Invalid cron expression. Let's give a question mark. Let's take it to question mark. And let's give out here. Delete 1. So trial and error will give you the result. So now what it happened? Let's see.
Next runtime 10 days.
Next run in 10 days. Why? What is today's date?
22.
So only in January we are talking. That is months, right?
Yes.
Yes. So in January we are asking it to run daily. What if we want to run it in, for example, if we want to run it in 6 months, every 6 months. So can we write it as 6 comma 12 update? Now, why it is running in 19 hours?
Because of that 1 to 10
Six.
p.m.
Every 6 months.
Sorry.
Every 6 months,
Every
right?
6 months I wrote. So June and 6 is what it will execute. June is 6th month and 12 is December month.
Correct.
And in December month, it's scheduled to run at 10:50 p.m. So what is the time now?
9.
9
3.
a.m.
9.
9 a.m. right?
Yes.
So in 19 hours, it will execute. So did you understand the process now, or did you understand how to add this?
Yes.
This comes by practice. So just in the interview, if they ask you what are the different triggers, just mention that there are 2 triggers. So we will use Q trigger and as well as time trigger. If we want to repeat it on a scheduled time, then we will use time trigger. If we want to run it, okay, let's also go with Q trigger. So what is Q trigger? The
New
name
items are added.
suggests jobs start a job when a new item is added to queue. So this is very important because earlier we used to run the dispatcher for multiple times and we need to see if the queue is available, only then to execute. Now we will not have that hassle. We will just add this add queue trigger. So robot will start automatically. whenever there is a new queue item in multi-board dispatcher. Okay, now here you can assign which robot you want to add. Mohammed Gauss, any machine, you'll select the machine, Gauss machine. Okay, if you want to send in any arguments, you can send in, but here, let's see. So what is this time? Universal Standard Time, you can change it to UTC for 5:30, right? Time zone.
Yes. Technical cut.
You can leave it for now because it's not depending on the time zone. Okay, now queue associated with this queue, this is multi-board queue, right?
Yes.
Now minimum number of items to trigger for this job. How many items? So what does this mean? So we are telling that, okay, if there are only 10 items, then start this job. Don't start it for every item.
Okay.
Okay, if you just keep it to 10, so even though there is one new item, it will not start. It will start only if there are 10 items to execute. Okay, and maximum number of pending or running jobs allowed. For example, we added 100 items at a time. How many times this particular job will trigger?
10 times.
Exactly. Why? For every 10 times,
Because
this will
yes, yes.
start. Right. So here we can mention that, okay, keep only one job pending and remaining jobs don't trigger them. Don't trigger any other job. Okay, maximum it can run only one item or one job. So what is meant by a job again? For example, instead of Gauss machine, if you also have a tenant or this particular machine account. So can we give a template because the template will have multiple machines?
Yes.
Okay, so we can have a machine template. So a template can have multiple machines. It can pick whichever bot is free. So like that, we can have only one bot executing is what we are writing. So if we write 5 here, okay, then how many it can execute at once? How many jobs it can execute at once?
5 jobs.
Exactly. So 5 jobs in the sense it will run in 5 different machines.
Okay.
So it will run in Shakti machine, it will run in Raju machine, Shashidhar, Jagadish, Sarita. So if 5 are allocated to a tenant or sorry to a machine, then it will be executed. Just remember that. Okay.
Bajrang,
Uh,
and pending also minimum number of running and pending also there, right?
Yeah, this is pending. So if the maximum number of pending items is 5, so you can just mention or think that okay, 5 items can be pending. Remaining for if we understood that if we are having 100 items, then it will be execute. It will be started 10 times.
Okay.
But we are saying that if let's assume that Sarita machine is already in execution
Okay.
with some other process,
Okay.
and this is scheduled to Sarita machine. So can this be pending state? Can this be in pending state?
Yes.
Okay. In the same way, if other bots are also in execution, and we can
Mhm.
have 5 pending states. Till 5 we can have. Remaining we will
Okay.
not trigger. Robot will not trigger, or the orchestrator will not trigger.
So we are stating that the running jobs also 5 and the pending also should be 5. Or
Maximum number of pending and running jobs. Yes, correct. Both are same. So if
yes.
this is in execution, this is a running job, but that's pending state.
Okay, Vajra.
Okay. For example, simple. You are currently in this current program, right? Now, at the same time, if your manager calls you to do some work, you can keep
Okay.
your manager in hold for some time.
Yes.
Okay. So, like you, all the 9 members who are currently in this program can keep it on hold. But
Yes.
what if I say that no, only 5 members should attend this program, remaining members can leave it.
Okay.
So manager cannot assign the task to remaining 4 members, right?
Yes.
You can take manager as an orchestrator.
Okay.
Only 4-5 members are allowed to work on this. Remaining members are not allowed to work at a
Okay.
time. At a time. I'm saying at a time, at a single instance.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if you add this one, then what will happen? Executed. Can you run multi-board dispatcher once?
From UI path of this project.
You can run it from here, right?
Yes.
I think it's executing already.
I am running.
Okay.
Oh, Shakti.
Okay. So multi-board dispatcher is the process that is scheduled to run, but actually the performer should run, right? Not the dispatcher.
Yes, dispatcher.
So you need to add the dispatcher. So let's edit this process. So what are the options that we have? So here we have 2 items, right? First thing is, sorry. So whose machine do we have a performer?
Shakti, right?
Yes.
So Shakti, did you update this in this? So this is API dispatcher and API performer, right?
Yes.
So we'll do one thing. Let's add a performer for this one. Multiport instead of dispatcher, let's add performer, API performer. Process name is API performer, and the queue name is
Multibot.
API
No,
queue.
API queue.
Maybe.
So whenever there is a new item, the bot should start. Okay.
Yes.
So let's also update, edit, and what should we update? We can execute one item at a time. There can be
Yes.
one job pending at a time, and you can schedule ending of this job. You can schedule it, automatic trigger disabling. You can update it. Okay. Now, can you please let's see.
Before that, Vajrang, can we, Shakti and Do, can we run it simultaneously? I mean, what would be the?
This is currently under execution. I'm not sure what it is executing, but let's stop. Yeah, you can run simultaneously, but the problem that can happen is, see, this dispatcher is running and it's creating a new item. And whenever it's creating a new item, again it's creating a new job. So it's like an endless loop. That's the reason it triggered multiple times.
Yes.
So this created a queue here. This created a queue item for this. This created a queue item for this. Every time it's creating a new queue. Okay. So Shakti, why don't you, or Shakti or Raju, whoever are assigned for this, can anyone start dispatcher?
Yes.
It started running. So how many items it will add? Only one item, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see with the logs. You can see the logs over here. View logs.
Still running, right?
Dispatcher started. Let's refresh this. Dispatcher ended. Now let's go back to jobs. We need to have one item pending. Let's see. Trigger, is it executed or not? Processes, queues, API queue in progress, remaining one item.
One item, yes.
I think that's pending because there are already 3 items in progress. Let's see. This is an associated queue now. If you see on the right, on-prem
Yes.
API key, view transactions. So new item is added. View details. So this is the detail that's added. And these are the details that's added. View details. The bot should start automatically. Why is it not starting? Automations. Let's run the on-prem ones, API. So here you can, if you observe, we are now able to select machine and as well as the robot. Earlier, we are not able to do that because this is not a unattended bot. Now we are able to do this. Let's see, what do we get? Queues. So one item should be completed, right? API queue.
Yes.
View transactions. So this is completed. View transactions. View details. This is created. CSV is
Yes.
created. The only thing that I'm checking now is why is it not triggering the queue? Associated a queue trigger. View transaction. Manage links. Edit trigger. You can also edit it from here, by the way. API queue you have.
Time zone is not selected.
No. Minimum number of item to trigger for first
Yes.
job is 10.
Okay. Then let's go ahead and run it 10 jobs. Good catch. Let's go. Let's see how many items can we add. So dispatcher, run, dispatcher. Again we'll run.
I'm also running same.
Yeah. Dispatcher, run. So let's see with the queues here. Good catch. If you didn't find it, then I would have struggled. Okay. How many items do we have? 6. Let's run it again. Dispatcher, start.
I think 10 is done.
Dispatcher, start. No. So API prem executed. Okay.
Yes.
Let's
Yes.
see with this. Refresh. Okay. So there are 10 new items, I guess. How many
Yes.
new items do we have? In the filters, you can select new items. Status, new.
Yeah.
Okay. How many items do we have?
10.
10 items. Can you add one more item?
Yes. Now I think it will start.
Yeah, it started. See with this.
Yes.
And it completed. And now
Yes.
let's see with the completed status. Successful. Now just a few seconds back, and this is
Yes.
completed by view details. Now this process is running in the background, but here are the details.
Yes.
Okay. Now let's assume that this process need to be executed with a time trigger. Okay, along with API key, let's also add a time trigger for it. Where are the triggers? Queues, automations, triggers. Can we add multiple triggers for a single queue?
Yes.
Okay, let's give time trigger. And we will give the process to be selected, that is API performer. Okay, and the process will do something crazy. Let's go with dispatcher, and this dispatcher should be executed minutes every 1 minute. Okay, so
Yes.
can we give a cron expression? Okay, no,
Yes.
we can give we cannot run it every second, so let's give a cron expression to run it every minute. And instead of user account, any account, you can give it as Mohammed. And you can
So
give it
Bajrang,
as, yes.
like queue items will be also be there if available, correct now? And queue simultaneously the trigger will also run. Okay. So if whatever the machine will be available or whatever the bot will be available, so that will pick up.
Correct.
Correct. Now?
Yes, if the bot is like if you have triggered any machine, any robot.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So I'm not sure how many of you observed. Just now, 2 items got updated.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And this is triggered from attended, and this is from service unattended. Let's wait. Let's see if the dispatcher runs jobs. See, there will be a robot symbol at the bottom. That's what we can check for. Refresh. So we created or we automated. Now what is this? Dispatcher.
Dispatcher.
Dispatcher is scheduled to run.
Yes.
Now
That's right.
after a dispatcher, what is running?
For every second we give, right?
Every minute. Every
Yeah,
minute.
sir.
Every minute dispatcher is adding one item. Performer is also picking another item. But what is the performer trigger here? So will performer execute every 1 minute? For every 1 minute?
No, after for every 10 records, right?
Yes.
10
So
minutes.
because that is the queue trigger.
Yes.
Okay. What about dispatcher?
In every
minute.
minute,
Every minute it will add a item.
I can.
Okay. Now, did you understand the concept of unattended process with dispatcher and performer?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Have you tried this earlier?
Yes.
Earlier.
Yes. I tried with the
Okay.
email automation.
Okay. What have you achieved with that?
Like
Hmm.
achieved.
Like what did you do? What is your process?
See, I was sending some mails.
Hmm.
When the queue was getting particular mail,
Hmm.
then the item will be added to the queue, and
Hmm.
it automatically after it will be checking the emails that it is got or not.
Okay.
So in every 2 to 3 minutes, it will be checking if the particular email found with the particular subject, then it will be adding into the queue and processing it.
Super. So there you need to run the dispatcher as well every minute, right?
Yes.
But there are few services using we did integration with Power Automate and UiPath. So what it will do is whenever there is a new email, it will send items with API to the orchestrator queue.
Okay.
Okay. Then since it is an API queue item added, then the performer will start.
Okay.
So now what is the dispatcher? Is the dispatcher available in UiPath? What is the role of dispatcher to add items to queue, right?
Yes.
So is it available now in UiPath when we are having it with Power Automate?
No, it will be on Power Automate.
Exactly. So don't think that when it is a dispatcher, it is only UiPath process.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So you
yeah, you
can
mean to say that scenario dispatcher is UiPath and
correct in
performer.
correct in Shakti scenario, both are UiPath process only.
Yes.
Okay.
But if dispatcher can be an API key can add items to queue, or for example, if there is a new you can send a message from chatbot and that can add items to queue. So there the dispatcher is when you are adding using a chatbot.
Yes.
So when you're using a chatbot, dispatcher is the chatbot.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So just have that in mind. Don't think that dispatcher is only UiPath process and performer is only UiPath a separate process. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that's it for today. This bot will continuously run until you stop the triggers. You can stop them. Go to triggers and disable them. Disable. Yep, the next one as well. Okay, how many of you were able to understand today's session? I hope this is good.